This story takes place my junior year of high school. Now, my freshman year and my sophomore year, I didn't really hang out with friends that much. Mostly because I lived 45 minutes away from school in an efficiency with my grandma, my uncle, and my 3 little cousins. Now, if you guys don't know what an efficiency is, it is a studio apartment. So studio apartment is when you walk into your apartment and you are in the bedroom and the kitchen and almost in the bathroom. So it had no rooms. You walked inside, to the right, there was a TV on a nightstand. A little bit in front of that, there was a queen size bed. Past that, it was the kitchen. On the left hand side, there was the bathroom, and then there was a closet, like on the wall. So as you can imagine, this point in my life, I had much bigger fish to fry. Hanging out with friends wasn't much of a priority. On top of this, everybody that I went to school with thought I was rich. I don't know. I know how to play the part. Okay, it's mostly because my freshman year of high school, Drake followed me and my uncle on Instagram. So they just assumed we was up. But that's a story for another day. All right, so now fast forward a year and my grandma moves in with little cousins, and then me and my uncle, we move in with my aunt. Now my uncle is 6 months older than me. That is also a story for another day. And here we got our own rooms. Having my own room just hit different, bruh. Having my own room helped me to mature as a person. For example, I was smoking weed in middle school. To say the least, my family thought I was gonna be a crash out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it was, but I always had the lingering feeling that my family thought I was going to be a crash out. Look at me. Come on, give me honest opinions. I don't think I look like a crash out, but then again, you feel me? And I can admit, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life. But in this particular story, I was about to take the fall for somebody else's bullshit. Now on this day, I was going to Orlando with my friend Jake. I got to his house and then he told me that he wanted to go meet up with some of his friends at a park. So we meet up with the other kids, and one of them I knew and the other 2, I had no clue who they were. Now let's name them Joe, Jack, and Usain. Why did I name this kid Usain? You are going to find out very shortly. We were at the park, we were throwing a football around, and we were just having a good time. And this is when Usain says, "Hey, y'all trying to spark up?" I mean, I don't really know if I feel like...
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say that.
You already know.
Yeah.
So everybody decided, and what am I gonna do? Stand in the park by myself like a jackass? No, I'm just gonna go with them, and I'm just not gonna smoke. Real simple. So now I think we're about to walk off into some hidden secret place. Something real demure. You feel me? Something real mindful. But no, that was not the case. They just literally took 3 steps, sat on a bench, and started sparking up, bro. I immediately think that this is not an intellectual idea. Honestly, I think this is an unintellectual idea. Maybe, just maybe, I'm overreacting. So I look over to Jake and I'm like, so y'all ain't about to like... Nah, it's all good, bro. We do this all the time, bro. Right here in this spot, every day, every other day, actually, bro. Like at least 3 times a week, we come to this spot right here and do this. I'm used to this. I ain't smoking today because I've been smoking too much. I'm trying to take a, you know when you take the break and then it started to hit harder because you took a break for a long time? That's what I'm doing. I'm taking one of those. You feel me? But y'all do y'all thing, bruh. Honestly, I do that shit like right in front of the police station at my crib because I don't even care. Yeah. But y'all do y'all thing. Now, when I was smoking in middle school, I was smoking too much in the public, and that's why I ended up getting caught. From past experience, I feel like what we got going on ain't really making no sense. They started smoking, they hit a couple of rotations, and every once in a while, they would ask me, be like, "Oh, you want some?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good, bruh." Honestly, I just couldn't do it because whenever I would hit the magic grass, I would get paranoid. Very paranoid. An ungodly amount of paranoid. I used to think that birds were watching me whenever I would hit the magic grass, bruh. Y'all lock in, do y'all thing. But me, on the other hand, I don't feel like being stressed out. And especially because my family already think I'm going to be a crash out. So I'm trying my best not to do any crash out activities. And not to say that smoking is a crash out activity, but they consider that crashing out. Now, I don't know if I caught a contact or something, but I was getting very paranoid. I saw a guy about half a mile out. I couldn't really tell for real. And I was like, he looked like a cop. And I turned to the guys and I'm like, yo, y'all see that guy over there on the bicycle? That shit look like a cop, ain't it? Don't it look like a cop? Bruh, you tripping, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. And they looking at me like I'm tripping. I ain't even smoke, bruh. I'm just trying to show y'all the man on the bicycle. Bro, we do this all the time. He is not coming over here, bro. We good, bro. Like, all right. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm the problem. So now I'm still looking at the figure in the distance. The one figure turned to two figures. And I'm like, okay, they are definitely coming over here. So I turn to them and I say, I think they're like definitely coming over here. Matter of fact, I don't think they're coming over here. I know they're coming over here. They're like, bro, you're tripping, bro. Come on, bro, chill. You're tripping, bro. You're mad paranoid. Maybe I'm sitting a little too close to these guys. Maybe the magic grass is starting to do a little something to me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just shut up. Because I'm not even smoking with these guys and I'm being more paranoid than them. I'm the only one here with some mental capacity left. And I see the man on the bicycle. He's close enough to see us, but not close enough to smell the magic flowers. And I do see the second figure that was with him is his daughter. He's very close, but maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tweaking because these guys look a little too calm. I'm going to just let them chill. But I'm looking at that man and then he looks me right in my eyes, bruh. I was like, oh, shit. This man look like a cop, bruh. I'm about to go to jail, bruh. I don't know how to say this in a politically correct way, but he looked like a cop. Now, by this point, I lost all trust in the game, all right? Because I was like the boy who cried wolf. I started looking at my hands, and I'm like, am I high? Now, I look over, and the guy is getting off his bicycle and walking towards us. And I'm like, hey, yo. Now, before anybody even responds to me, the guy walks up and he pulls out a badge and says, I'm a cop. I told y'all. Bruh, I told y'all when he was half a mile away that he was a cop. He looked like a cop. Y'all, come on, bruh. Y'all never lock in, bruh. Man. Bro, what the fuck, bruh? What the fuck, bruh? At least if I got caught and I was doing some bad shit, I would understand because I was doing some bad shit. Bruh, I wasn't even doing no bad shit, bruh. I'm just like really just running through different scenarios in my head. And remember that boy I said his name was Usain? Well, he started running. What happened next really threw me for a loop. I don't know what kind of training they're giving these cops nowadays. This cop caught him by his neck. It had to be roid rage. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, damn. That shit started hurting me. I was grabbed this man. He put him in a headlock. Boom.
So boom. And you know what I'm saying? Like boom.
Now you would think that Usain would give up, but that boy did not give up. Bro was trying to run like he was wanted in 47 states. It ain't that serious. This a little bit of weed, bro. You doing too much. Maybe he done did some bad shit. Maybe this isn't the crowd we should be hanging around. He had Usain in the chokehold, right? Usain wasn't going nowhere. But we got in his head. We all started screaming. Bro, you're choking him. You're gonna kill him. You're choking. He was not choking him that hard, bro. We were screaming like, you about to rip his head off. He was like, damn, maybe I am choking the shit out of this kid. Next thing you know, Usain got out. Usain took off around the corner. The cop is sitting there with us, and he was like, you guys are gonna tell me who he is, or you guys are all going to jail. And we're all acting like, oh, we don't know him. And then, Usain run back, pick up his phone, run off again. I was like, damn. Now the cop, too caught off guard. He was fast, but he wasn't that fast. Nigga done ran a 4.5. I don't know what that is. That boy was running with a purpose. I hope he's okay to this day, because he had to be like wanted for murder or something. because ain't no reason you running like that. So now I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm thinking of plans. I'm like, okay, as soon as one other person decides to get up and run, I'm taking off. Because there ain't no way I'm going to get caught and nobody else get caught. I was like, nobody ever ran. And I was like, bruh, ain't no way. Bro took off. And as soon as I decide, okay, next person to take off, I'm taking off too. Nobody's decided to take off. Now listen to this. This is where things take a turn for the worse. So the cop, he called some more of his cop friends to pull up to the park to arrest us. You trying to get some arrest on your day off? Like, let it go, bruh. Bruh, 2 cop cars pull up, bruh. I'm about to go to jail for some shit I ain't even do. Told y'all he look like a cop. So now we're sitting there. We got 3 cops. The one that called the other cops, he was a dickhead. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The other ones, they were cool. They were mad chill. I'm not even gonna lie. Now the mean cop, he's looking at us and he's like, y'all all gonna go to jail unless y'all tell me who the other kid is that started running. None of us say anything. It was all sitting there like this. Mad solid, bruh. I ain't never seen that kid a day in my life. Yeah, I really did meet him that day. I really had nothing to snitch on. I couldn't tell the cops who he was, even if I wanted to. Did I mention his daughter is still behind him crying? She had to be like 7 years old, bruh. You over here trying to arrest kids in front of your daughter? How about you be a better dad? Anyway, after that cop left, we was chilling. I'm not gonna lie. We was laughing with the cops. They just threw out the magic grass and told us that we had to get picked up by somebody that was over 18. I was able to convince the cops that Jake's brother was my cousin and nobody in my family ever knew. I really did try to call my family, but nobody answered. Moral of the story is, be careful who you hang out with and always be the first to run. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video and I love you. Peace.